Now, when you guys were thrust into the spotlight, you the trustees, you guys have become somewhat of superheroes now, being thrust into the spotlight. Um, Now, going forward, I know Dalton has had a lot of issues as far as businesses. So obviously, in any town, you need businesses, and businesses leaving is always a bad thing. Whether they're shutting down or leaving or whatever the case is, it's always a bad thing. And I know, obviously, one of your highlights of your platform is to get businesses to come back. So, is there a any issue with the regulatory procedures that you have to modify going in as when you become mayor, or is there something that, or is it already there for businesses to come in and it just wasn't being followed?
We have to reintroduce what we had previously, and when I say previously, in 2021 and prior, there was a streamlined process that worked pretty well. Getting a business license issue in Dalton was never a challenge prior to this administration. You come in, you fill out your paperwork. 2 to 3 days later, you got your license, assuming that you passed your inspections and you are running the business appropriately. In
Okay.
this administration, I really don't know what changed. I don't know why. I know we started getting phone calls from business owners that would say, it's been 6 months. I'm going in there every day. Nobody will respond. And when I would call in as a trustee, oh no, we revised the process. We're getting a new software and a lot of things that didn't work to the benefit of the business owner. So I guess to your question, there's a process that we have individuals. One of our former running mates, Samisha Williams, that ran for trustee in 2023, was actually over that process. Knows it very well. She's a Dalton resident, very highly engaged, more than willing to help out and lend a hand. So we have individuals that can do it. Carmen Carlisle, the trustee in Thornton Township, is also extremely knowledgeable of that process too, and being able to implement it. So we can become business
Right.
friendly very quickly with it, just by implementing the past practices that we know have worked.
Let me ask you this one more, and it's just about the business license. Okay, so like when the Dayton game closed, from what I heard, they own that liquor license for the establishment. So even if the owner wasn't running it, if somebody else bought it, they would have to buy the liquor license from her. Is that how it works in Dalton, or am I misunderstanding that process?
I can't speak to that one with that level of
Okay,
specificity. That's one that we would
legal.
bring in our village attorneys, make sure that they followed the process.
Well, Jason, just to piggyback on that question too, as far as the business is, so to bring in new business, is there thought of giving more tax abatements? Do you think that's something that'll be very much needed to bring in more business, or not so much, kind of on a case by case basis, or
Each business is unique, because you want to look at the type of business. Is it a business that you want in the community? What is their financial ability to bring sales tax revenue into the community? What's their ability to? How many people can they employ? We really want to look at community benefit agreements to have with the business owners that incentivize those to give discounts to the residents of the community and to hire within the community. So it's not a blanket, this is what we're going to do. We want to go out and look at the existing businesses that we have and talk to them about ways that they can expand and how the village can contribute to that. We want to look at the new businesses and the areas that and identify high traffic areas that we can get retail stops, and then other areas that may not have as much traffic. What kind of business would be more suitable for that? Is that a
okay,
manufacturing plant? So there has to be a very specific plan. And back in 2013, that we actually did a a comprehensive village plan. One resident reminded me of that just 2 or 3 days ago, but I'm very aware of it. And while that was 2013, so it's 12 years ago, I'm sure all things in there would not be applicable. However, I'm sure there is still some knowledge in that plan that would apply to the village moving
And
forward.
was it created by government or by the residents? Like, how was that created?
It was initiated. That was one of the programs that the former mayor introduced. They got stakeholders from the community, business owners from the community, had universities come
Okay.
out and use their best practices. So I believe it was about a 6-month process in putting the comprehensive plan together.
Okay.
Very thorough, kind of costly, but
But is it something that you can just restructure, or would it be costly to do another one? I guess that's probably what my question is, just for the residents to know. Like, is that something that you guys are looking into redoing, or are you just going to take what's in there and then just try and come up with your own comprehensive plan?
we'll review it, see which parts we think are effective to be
Mm-hmm.
implemented, and then the parts that may seem a little bit outdated, we'll
Okay.
disregard. But yeah, there will definitely be a brain trust of people trying to figure out which ways we can break things out, and we'll break it out by committees to make sure that the committees can actually implement the items that we're looking to move forward.